All right. Kyler Phillips taking on Cameron Elsey. I think you pronounce it Elsey. And once again, they're messing me up with my fight breakdowns because I've got it out of order here. So Kyler Phillips, 7-1, his second fight here in the UFC. Kid fights out of the MMA lab. Absolutely love Kyler Phillips and what he brings to the table. He's from Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. He also was on a season of The Ultimate Fighter. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt and just an absolute wizard on the mat. Dude is athletic. He's fluid. He likes to fight on the outside. He's got an explosive counter left hand that I like. And he fights well moving backwards. That's another thing that I feel like is underrated. When someone is ready to move backwards and still land heat, it's a good thing. When he gets in close, he lands big time elbows from close and clinch positions, and he's one of these guys that can redline and keep on going. He can dig deep when it gets into the third round, when it gets gritty, when it gets nasty, when people are tired and thinking about breaking. Kyler finds that fifth gear. He is able to shift it up and keep on pushing. I like everything I see from Kyler Phillips. I'm expecting a lot from this kid in the future. Cameron Elsey is 7-4, I believe, and he trains over at Cowboys BMF Ranch. So, he's working with some good people. He's in a decent place, and he's just got wild striking. He's always throwing flying knees. He loads up on a big, big overhand. You can see it coming a mile away, though, because he literally, loads up on it. It's like a boss in a video game where you can see them doing the move before they throw it at you. And he's got these big looping arms. He goes in for these, step-in uppercuts. He drops his hands, though. That's one of the things. He does kind of the rope-a-dope thing that I'm not a huge fan of. He does dive in on chokes, and his best weapon actually is his darce. This kid's got a sick ground game himself and a really tight squeeze. Cameron Else is another one of these kill or be killed fighters. He's actually only seen the second round twice, and he's only ever seen the third round once in his entire MMA career. And he has a win over Paddy Pimblett, who is one of the brightest prospects from Cage Warriors, choked him out in the first round. This kid is something in the first round, but if he doesn't get that first round finish, dude gasses out and turns suspect real quick. So, the pick is easy, right? Looking over at the betting line, Kyler Phillips is a huge, huge favorite in this spot. Let's see, where'd you go, Kyler? Minus 420. I don't know that I like that. I'm a huge fan of Kyler. Like I said, I've got a lot of faith in this kid moving forward, but I don't like that he's a 4-1 favorite in his second UFC fight, and he's going up against somebody who's so dangerous. He also probably has exactly the type of style that Kyler is going to he's going to get into. You know what I mean? Kyler's a grappler first. So there's an opportunity here. I feel like if you want to sprinkle the dog or even go LC round one, if you can get the prop in LC round one or something like that, that's not bad. I would not suggest parlaying Kyler Phillips in this spot. This is like the TJ Laramie spot that we were in a couple of weeks ago. We parlayed him. If he doesn't get caught in round one, he dominates the fight. Well, if he gets caught in round one, there's a good chance he gets caught in round one. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is a fireball and popcorn fight, folks. I'm just going to pass. Make sure you get your favorite beverage, get a snack, enjoy this one. It should be a scramble fest. It should be violent. It should be fun. Maybe we'll look for an opportunity on a prop later on because an under doesn't sound half bad on this one either. Speaking of unders, here at Odds HQ, I do a show we call Total Madness that usually comes out on Thursdays. I break down the fights from the perspective of under or over, so we will break those down individually a little bit later in the week. My boy Danny knows what's up. There's a lot of fapping to be done on this card. Lots of fireball and popcorn opportunities. We've got some real low-level opportunities that we want to fade and stay fully away from on this card.